Hey guys, Bormac here for something new. You're like, what, another new thing? Does he ever finish anything? Well, I'll have you know I finished Dragon Warrior Monsters 2 and Alien Shooter 2 not too long ago. And I haven't started anything new since then. So, down 2, up 1. There you go. Progress. Oh, there are a few long-standing projects that I've starting to think might be too difficult for me. But, aside from that, this game, Light of Altair. This I'm partially doing because I want to show the person that requested it that if you ask politely, good things can happen. And also because I kind of enjoy this kind of game, and really there hasn't been a decent space strategy since Masters of Orion 2. And I'm really desperate for anything that's even halfway tolerable. So, yeah. So, Light of Altair! I really don't know how long this game is, but I'll poke through the campaign at least. So, I've done this many missions on my own. As you can see, my score kind of sucks, but apparently 33% is as good as you can do in normal mode. Whatever. We're going to Destination Luna. The Last War. What is known as the Last War was started in the year 2080. By 1880, Asia had easily progressed into a power to rival and surpass that of the US. Africa's nations were developing at a surprising rate after a wave of revolutions where the old governments were thrown out, speeding democracy on its way. With this new global growth, the demand for oil skyrocketed as billions of people wanted automated transport, and industry expanded to keep up with demand. As global supplies dwindled, the world set its eyes on the rich oil fields in the Middle East and the cold North. The desire for fuel far outstrips the world's minor concerns with the atmosphere, and these deposits were depleted at an alarming speed. The new fields quickly became the focus of much political pushing and trade treaties. The southern hemisphere started to become concerned as major powers in the world began to cut back their supplies to each other. Sensing the end of their fuel supply, the nations in Africa united and swept north through the damaged Middle East to engage Europe and Asia's forces. In the chaos that followed, Europe's aging armies couldn't stop the advance of the hardened African troops, and the world was turned upside down. America tried to keep back from the conflict behind its sea defense, but as the South's forces took over the French and Russian military missile bases, they had to act. The president was forced to authorize the launch of their arsenal to remove the threat. Boom. While Europe was being hammered into radioactive dust, scientific advance in the PR of China developed the new alloy materials and fuel cells allowed them to get around the problems with the lack of oil, and they fortified their borders against the conflict beyond. The fighting stopped in 2050 AD as the armies within Europe tried to regroup after America's assault. The world then watched as America and China competed to become the world's new superpower. This time, however, it was not America who would come out on top. China's might of manpower and determination saw them reach the depths of space first. Realizing the destruction that the fighting had caused, the leaders of the US and China decided to form a world order to remove the old concepts of countries. Although why the US agreed to this is a matter of some debate due to space-borne weapons platforms pointed down towards Washington, D.C. United Earth Order was founded in 2056 AD. Money and aid poured from the east and west into the great war-torn rubble that was Europe and northern Africa. Great and atmospheric buildings were set up within the rubble to filter out the radioactive dust that filled the air and the borders of the scorched earth. Massive new cities were constructed to house the billion refugees. The world's people banded together as one to make the new Earth a better place for all. In 2062 AD, the UEO had recovered enough strength to found the first permanent colony on the moon. Mission Destination Luna. Year 2062. System Sol. Faction Colonial. Economy that hard. Not very. Earth's moon is the perfect staging post for expansion into space. Build a small colony for the United Earth Order to operate from. Basic controls, in-game help. Right there. Greetings, Commander. My name is Elias Soon, and I will be guiding you through your first assignment at the fledgling moon base in order to construct a staging post for the UEO's expansion into the solar system. First task is to get the base up to speed by constructing 2 hydroponics facilities and 1 solar array. More orders will follow you once you have accomplished this. Welcome to the moon. This is the moon. This is our house. It's a colony. They want us to build hydroponics. That makes food. And a solar array makes power so you can make food. And this is definitely their solar system. You want to see Earth? Apparently Antarctica has been turned into a big energy base. Corporate hub tier 3. Interesting. Shield generators. Nuclear reactors. Yeah, they have all the technological candy. We won't have any of this stuff for quite a while. There's Australia. New Zealand. Who the heck knows what this is? Probably Russia. Anyway, back to Luna. Now the moon base has grown into a proper colony, you need to construct a research facility and the power to support it. This facility will allow you to construct and localize research as well as scanning the planet's surface for useful ores. Boop. Now we are lacking power because these things take 25 energy. We only need 1 per planetoid though, thankfully. Good work, Commander. The research base has detected a number of ore deposits on the moon's surface. Construct a new sister colony near one of the deposits. Once this colony has been completed, you should construct landing areas in each colony in order to link them together. How about right here? There's 3 right there. Now we just have to wait for the colony pod to get there. And it's easier if you just speed things up. And now it's wanting me to research fuel synthesization. Right? Your new colony is completed. Well done. In order for this colony to be useful to the UEO, it needs to produce fuel for the future expansion. Click on your research facility to make designs for fuel synthery. Once one is built on the mineral deposits available and provided with power, your fuel cap will increase. Once your primary colony has ample supply of fuel, you will be reassigned. We need 5 fuel, so we need to claim, say, this as well. Also, put a little food. These take 5 power, so we're going to need... There we go. Congratulations, Commander. The moon base you constructed is proceeding perfectly. We will turn the operation over to our regular UEO staff now. You are needed for a new mission. I didn't do that. Curses! Now we can go to the red planet. Now that we have set foot in the expanse of space, we must learn how to live there. Establish a Martian industry and prove colonization will be profitable. It is this hard. Greetings, Commander. You are to be assigned to oversee the construction of a new colony on Mars. I will be overseeing your operations. Make sure you proceed in strength. Go to Mars and select a clear site to colonize. And let's look at Luna. Ooh, they have a starport. Fancy. The planets will not be as you left them. I like this pale area. 1 month, 30,000. Yep. I'm not paying for this. UEO is footing the bill. Alright. Now we need to wait for the colony to grow. You'll need to construct a strong network of colonies on Mars. In order to do this, you should select a primary colony to act as a hub for the planet to construct a starport there. The starport will allow you to trade excess food from your outlying colonies to support the primary colony. Any colonies that have reasonable food supplies will automatically trade the excess to the primary colony. To expand your primary colony faster, construct more hydroponic facilities in your surrounding colonies. Gotcha. Alright, let's drop this one down here. And put a starport there. It needs juice. So you will be a food colony. Wait. There we go. Asteroid belt's pretty close. I think we have to wait for it to get to tier 2. Newsflash. While you've been colonizing Mars, various political changes have been sweeping over Earth. We in the UEO have allowed factions to develop apart from our utopia. I guess the people still hold on to their old loyalties. Patrick Johnson has emerged as the leader of New America, vowing to bring his ideals to the colonies. Although I wouldn't worry about him, Commander, the technology you're using is still under close protection, so we can make sure the UEO stands firm. Okie dokie, Artichoke. Slap down another one. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grow faster! There we go. Now we have to do this. We have stuff to build on. Mines. Ooh, hey. Citizen's slightly unhappy. Well, that really won't be a problem yet. Increase the happiness of a colony to 100%. I can't do that unless I research this. Colony expands to people within will become slowly more restless for amenities. Amenities. You can provide what they need by researching and then constructing additional colonial quarters. In addition to this, if a colony is happy with you, it will provide taxes to support your income. Now that you have an ore supply, you are advised to research and develop an industrial center that can create tradable goods out of the ores on the planet's surface. These goods can then be traded via a starport to generate more income. Ooh, I like this little section right here. I want this colony to grow. There we go. There. Now it'll grow. Because if it expands out one, then it'll engulf these two. Alright, now let's increase the happiness of this place. Happy, happy, happy. Yep. Happiness of a colony to 100%. Also, make mines. Speed that up. Now, factories. Use up a lot of juice. There we go. People are still happy, but factories. We're gonna need more than that, so alright. One of you guys needs to make more food. And this place is having power issues. Alright, there you go. Needs more power. There. Newsflash. Another new order has emerged on Earth, Commander. The hardships felt by the survivors of the war has caused them to follow America's example and create the states of New Europe from the ashes. I warn you, Commander, that these people are very eager to get off Earth and into space. Their leader, Anard Bogue, is currently in constant talks with my superiors about their right to claim a new homeland. You may be dealing with him soon. And one more. In the heart of UEO's territory, a powerful commercial force has grown and is actually trying to claim independence from our order. Though I doubt that anything will come of this, the leader of the revolt seems quite anxious to get ahead. We might come into some deal with them later. The UEO cannot allow everything to fall apart so easily. Concentrate on your objectives, Commander. I will be having words with my superiors about this matter. Almost to that, and not at 5,000 a month yet. It's going to be hard to keep this place very happy. Wait a minute. This is the wrong frickin' colony. Jeez. Here's home base. This is where the factories should be. That should help. actually, I don't think I needed to do that because